Hey guys, it's Izzy here, and today we are going to be looking at all the contemporary books that I want to buy and that I want to read. So these are on my TBR, but not my physical TBR. I do not own them yet, but I would like to own them. So I will leave a link down below to the Goodreads shelf that I'm going to be referring to in this video if you guys would just like to see a more in-depth synopsis of any of these books, and if you would like to add them to your own TBR. Let's get into it. We have 83 books on this list, so we're going to be going to my most recently added to the least recent. So the first one is The Passenger by Cormac McCarthy. This is a new release and I have no idea what it's about. 1980, past Cushing, Mississippi. It is 3 in the morning when Bobby Western zips the jacket of his wetsuit and plunges from the boat deck into darkness. Wow. Oh, this is a missing crash site of the pilot's flight bag. Okay. Yeah, since that has to do with planes, I have geek here, so that appeals to me. And then a southern setting, it says traversing the American South from the garrulous barrooms of New Orleans to an abandoned oil rig off the Florida coast. So I love books set in the South, as that is where I am from, so that is why that appeals to me. And since that is a new release, let me tell you all the date. It comes out on October 25th, 2022. With plane crashes, I feel like it can be a little spooky, and with New Orleans, you can be a little spooky. So coming out the week of Halloween, y'all might want to check it out. And it's only 300 pages, so not long at all. And we have another new release. So yeah, these next 3 are all new releases. So we have Roses in the Mouth of the Lion by Bushra Rehman. And this is in the vein of On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. I think about that all the time, but not the book, but just like what it's saying. Yeah. And A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, an unforgettable story about female friendship and queer love in a Muslim American community. I haven't read that many books with Muslim characters. I've read a few, but just not a lot. So I do want to read more because I want to see how other people's lives are. So this is another short one, only 288 pages, and it comes out on December 6th of 2022. This one is you're available to purchase. It came out last week. Yeah, last week, I was making sure, which is Probably Ruby by Lisa Bird Wilson, and it came out April 12th. I had looked for this the other day but could not find it at the store. So an indigenous woman adopted by white parents goes in search of her identity in the unforgettable debut about family, race, and history. We talk about a lot. I am really into genetics and all of that. So somebody going to find, like, somebody who was adopted and going to find their real family. Haven't read that many things about. And you usually find your family through DNA. So fascinating. Then we have Body Grammar. And this is by Jules Oman, and this comes out on June 14th, no, my cat's birthday is the 13th, my bad. So this is a coming-of-age queer love story set in the glamorous but grueling world of international modeling. Modeling is something that I used to want to get into, but I am too short, and I have too many issues I need to fix before I could get into that, so therefore I am getting too old to be in that world. But it is a world that I find interesting, so it is something that I would like to read about. Other people living my dream, you know, and books about famous people. So this is one that I wanted to buy this month, but they did not have at the store, and that is Symptomatic by Danzy Zinna. This is from 2005. So a young woman moves to New York City for what promises to be a dream job. What happens? Yeah, the next one is another release that comes out on October 4th, 2022, and that is Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ning. Don't really know what it's about, but I really liked Little Fires Everywhere, so I want to read her other books, and this being the newest one. We have Flamingo by Rachel Elliott. This was nominated for the Booker Prize, or was it the Woman's Prize? It was nominated for some prize. And I don't really, yeah, set in 2018 and the 80s, so I love multi-timelines, and then like 80s, who doesn't love the 80s? This one I actually did buy, so I'm not going to include it because it's going to be in a future video, but it is a new release. Then we have A Student of History by Nina Revolver? Could be wrong. But a contemporary Los Angeles story of uncrossable social lines, allegiance, betrayal, and immeasurable power. Ways the present is continuously shaped by the past. Yes, that the past shapes your present. So always be aware of what you're doing. Then we have Checkout 19, which is also a new release. It came out on March 1st. The adventures of a young woman discovering her own genius through the people she meets and dreams up along the way. And it's in a working class town in a county west of London. Then The Glass Hotel. No, this is a new release by Emily St. John Mandel. I want to read her books. I own one of them, but have not read any of them. We have Commonwealth by Ann Patchett. Ann Patchett blurbs like every single book that I give 5 stars, so I'm like, I should probably give her a shot. And I really liked the cover. I thought it would have been in Florida, but Commonwealth, Virginia. As I refer to Virginia as the Commonwealth. It does take place in Virginia. Love Virginia. Yeah, my third home maybe. I'm more of a Maryland person, but I've been in Virginia more recently. I was in Virginia last week. Then we have Bel Canto, another Ann Patchett one. We have Gone But Still Here by Jennifer Dance, yeah. Difficult Light by Tomas Gonzalez. This is a translated one from Spanish. Then another translated is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. I've given all his books, like I've enjoyed all of them. His Anxious People I gave a 4.5, really liked, so I want to read more of his books, and I know a lot of people love this one. We have Post Traumatic by Chantel V. Johnson. It's a new release. We have A Dream Life by Claire Massoud, which is, I really like that cover. LA Woman by Eve Babbitts. I didn't know who she was till she passed, but this woman's books all sound like what I would write and what I want to read. So definitely want to check out a lot of her books. But that is just the first one that I've added to my list. And we have The Office of Historical Corrections by Daniel Evans. Let the Northern Lights Erase Your Name by Vendela Vita. Sugar Run by Messa Marin. Hammer by Joe Mungo Reed, which is a new release coming out, or it came out on March 22nd. We have Violets by Shin Kaijong-suk, and that came out on April 14th. We have Bret Easton Ellis and the Other Dogs. This is one that I was looking for something else, and this came up, and I thought it sounded kind of interesting. That's by Lena Wolf. Oh my gosh, her last name is Wolf, and then the book has dog in the title. Monkey Beach by Eden Robinson. The Year of the Hare by Arto Pasolina. Snow by Orhan Pamuk. The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Filya. Another Frederick Backman, and that is And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer. Then we have This Green and Pleasant Land by Aisha Malik, which Alice, what is her channel name? A Book Castle, maybe? She loves this book, and I have very similar reading taste with her, so added it. Bright Burning Things by Lisa Harding. The Discomfort of Evening by Marike Lucas Rajanevel. I don't know. Torch by Cheryl Strayed. I loved her nonfiction, so giving her fiction a chance. So After Story by Larissa Moran. It's with a B. Rent. Oh Beautiful by Zhang Yun. Wish You Were Here by Jodi Picoult. Unsettled Ground by Claire Fuller. The Black Flamingo by Dean Addis. Several of y'all have recommended that to me on several of my streams, so definitely want to pick that up since you guys think I will enjoy it, and I know that you guys enjoyed it. So Jacket Weather by Mike DeCapite. That's way wrong. Mayflies by Andrew O'Hagan. This one I actually saw on Anya Taylor-Joy's Instagram, and that is How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. All the Water I've Seen Is Running by Elias Rodriguez. Blasted Things by Leslie Gallister. Oliver Creation by Ruth Izzy. The Mall by Megan McCafferty. This is one that I really, really want to get to. Another one that seems like something I would write. The Market Affair by Sine Lamone. Caved Weller by Dorothy Allison. Patsy by Nicole E. Dennis Ben. My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. That one is one that I know messes up a lot of people, so kind of scared, but I think I'll be fine. So Flying Plantain by Zalika Reed Binta. Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Give me more of her books, thanks. Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers. So I read Sadie by Courtney Summers. It is YA, but I did really enjoy it, so I do want to pick up her other books. So High Fidelity by Nick Hornby. The Good Terrorist by Doris Lessing. Fleischman is in Trouble by Taffy Brodesser Ackner. Nightingale Point by Loon Goldie, and then Kim Ji-young, Born 1982 by Cho Nam-ju. Books with Bernie read this year and really, really liked it, so I'm like, I need to pick it up soon, because I've had it on my list for 2 years now. It's been out for 2 years, and so many people that I have similar reading taste with have loved it, so hopefully I'll love it. Then we have Us Against You. This is the second book in the Beartown series by Frederick Backman. That was this book that got me, or the first book is the book that got me into hockey, surprisingly. So I do want to continue the series at some point. We have The Fields by Kevin Mayer. The Love Story of Missy Carmichael by Beth Morey. Lying on the Couch by Irvin D. Yalom. They're There by Tommy Orange. The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. The Flood Girls by Richard Fifield. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Sparrow by Sarah Moon. The Most Fun We Ever Had by Clara Lombardo. Final Draft by Riley Redgate. Bay Girl by Heather Smith. I have this one already, so we're not including that one. English Animals by Laura Kay. I'm shocked that I had that one on my list. The one I didn't say, because I bought it recently. I didn't know it was on my list, but okay. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ning. Again, really liked Little Fires Everywhere. Finding Yvonne by Brandy Colbert. I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. The Bright Siders by Jen Wild. Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. A Place for Us by Fatima Farheen Mirza. The Wicker King by Kay Ankrum. Darius the Great is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. The Last to Let Go by Amber Smith. And we're in our final two now. Queens of Geek by Jen Wild, and The Chaos is Standing Still by Jessica Brody. So those are all of the contemporary books that I want to buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!